Hello and cheers. Okay, I have another one of my thoughts to do. I'll put you in a slightly different position. I'm going to spin you around in a minute and just show you something. I need to go on here. This is my thoughts. This is from Sandy Moth. Sandy Moth. Oh, you have to just forgive me one moment. I'm just getting planned, getting organised, getting sorted. There we go. Right, okay. So it's quite a long one, but I'll read you it as it is. And it's, Bri, please continue doing my thoughts. I will if people ask me what's my opinion, what's my thoughts on a particular subject, then I will. They seem to have dried up just lately. Maybe people are busy with voting or Christmas shopping. Anyway, if you've got any of my thoughts, let me know. So, Bri, please continue doing my thoughts. So interesting to listen to everyone's questions and your responses and thoughts on them. Here's another for you. What's your thoughts on art in general, or should I say, overall? My question covers every single topic. Well, that's a bloody lot, Sandy Moth. I was going to make a short video. 3 hours later. Okay, so my question covers every single topic, from paintings, sculptures, modern art, and the most outlandish, like the recent news article of a single banana taped to a wall, estimated to be worth thousands of pounds. Yeah, I know. Art. What is art in your thoughts and what isn't, if anything? Or do you regard art is what the creator gives us and we need to understand what the artist is saying? Thank you. Well, thank you very much, Sandy Moth. The last little bit, do you regard art as what the creator gives us and we need to understand? Yeah, I agree with that, because I don't really give it much of an explanation, if any, when I do a painting. I've got to lean over and show you a painting now. There we go. I finished this 2 nights ago. Let me just show you properly. There you go. So I love this piece. I don't need to explain what this is. I think it's self-explanatory, isn't it, really? It's a very, very windy day. The sea's really rough. So the birds are going to come into the cave for some solitude, some peace and quiet. Okay, so this is the last painting of 2019, or will be. So this will be up on the 19th of December. There, you've seen that. But if I do something, it could be anything really, a bit of an abstract work, bit of a mandala, whatever. It means whatever it means to me. The person who buys it, it represents something to them, and it may be very, very different to what I had in mind. So to a degree, I really think it is down to the person. When you buy a piece of art, you buy it because you're touched. Something touches you, something resonates with you, something feels that you need that piece of art in your life for whatever reason. Could be as simple as you like the colours. That's it. And if that's it, that's good enough. However, it could be something in it that touches you deeply. Who knows? So I agree on that. So my question covers every single topic, from painting, sculptures, modern art, and the most outlandish. Well, the most outlandish is rubbish. That is not art, right? Taping a banana to a wall. Do you remember the pile of bricks? The unmade bed. Screwed up paper. Half a cow in that liquid formaldehyde. No, none of those are art. They can't be art. What they can be is something from the artist, and the artist is normally a recognised, famous artist, and people will buy any old shit just because it's them. But it's not art. And I say it's not art because in your life you will have seen a pile of bricks somewhere. In your life at some stage you will have seen an unmade bed. Anyone can tape a banana to a wall. It's just rubbish, absolute rubbish. But then saying that, some artists are rubbish. Is it Henry Moore? I think it's Henry Moore. My mum she was a cleaner, my mum, for a very rich doctor, well, a doctor couple. They was both doctors. And they bought this huge property, 9-bedroom property. There was only 4 of them. Him and her, and they had 2 kids, boy and a girl. And they had 9 bedrooms, and they fitted out all this Italian furniture, very expensive. And then he started collecting, and I'm pretty certain it's Henry Moore. I should have done research, but it is just my thoughts. And in the kitchen, their kitchen would have been twice the size of my bungalow, but whatever. They had a huge painting, and I'm talking about my wingspan, about, what's that, 5 foot, 6 foot by, yeah, about, it probably 8 foot by 5 foot, something like that, this thing. Now what it was a great big grey square, and it was just one colour of grey, no shades, no definition, no play on the colour grey. It was just a bland mid-tone grey, just a grey square which covered the entire painting, and in the bottom right hand corner was a small, about 2 inches, no, about an inch, a square yellow, and that was it. So it was all grey with a little square yellow. Would have taken him 20 minutes, probably 5 minutes. And I know that they paid £10,000 for it, because they told me. And I said, 10,000? And they said, yeah, but it's Henry Moore. You see, it didn't matter about the painting. It didn't matter at all. So it is just it's the name that sells, rather than if it's an unmade bed or a pile of bricks. Like I say, we've seen that, haven't we? That's not art. But you attach a name to it and it suddenly becomes something. And all this rubbish, this taping a banana to a wall, is actually an insult. And I think what the artist is doing is an experiment. How stupid are people? That's what they're thinking. Would any idiot buy this? It's not art. So what is art in your thoughts, and what isn't? Well, that isn't. What is art in my thoughts? Art is something that's created, and it can be created by nature or by man. It's got to have a flow. It's got to have something that grabs you, something that holds your attention. For me, art can be a cloud. It can be a sunset. They're quite fleeting at times, as we know, especially a cloud. But it's been created, and it's absolutely beautiful, and it's a one-off. It's a unique thing that you just witnessed. That's art for me. Yeah, I mean, nature, definitely, for me, nature is art. I see pink skies and orange skies, and that is art. But it's been created, and it's a one-off. My paintings are a one-off. A lot of people over the years keep saying to me about, do prints, please do prints of your work, or whack them on a t-shirt or a mug. And I keep saying, yeah, I might do one day. I still haven't. All these years later, still haven't. The reason why my art is a one-off, it comes from my head, it represents whatever it represents to me, but it's a one-off. It's a tactile thing. I worked on that. If you buy it, you will be holding what I held, what I worked on, what I saw. You'll be able to feel the brush strokes, feel the dobs of paint if I've done some dot work. I've got, essentially I've got three styles really. I've got semi-realism, I've just shown you one. Semi-realism, which is trees or a lake or a river. Then I've got mandalas, and I do mostly gold and gold, silvers, things like that in my mandalas, just because I love the way they pop, particularly on a either a black, dark blue, brown, or maybe a purple background. Although I've done black mandalas, I've done white mandalas, I've done mandalas on tie-dye background, that sort of thing. So that's semi-realism, my mandalas, and then of course I do my dot work, which is sort of Aboriginal inspired, sort of, and I love some Aboriginal artists as well. I'm going to turn the camera just while I go on this, because I'll tell you a little secret. I'll tell you my favourite ever artist, and he works in a way that's nothing to do with my art. In fact, he died in August of this year, 2019. I just find it, there it is. Okay, so he's a Jewish artist. He works in oils with a palette knife, and his work, well, I'll show you his work. His name is, well, it's Leonid, but it's Leonid, that's how they spell it, Leonid Afremov. I'll either type it in and put it on here, or put a link or something, and you can have a look yourself. But let me just grab you. I'm not quite sure what you're seeing there, but isn't that work stunning? Now let me just click on any piece. Hopefully you're seeing that. I don't know what it is about his work. It's just incredible. It's so, so beautiful. There he is there, bless him. Okay, so that is my, well, one of my favourite ever artists. As I say, I'll type his name on the screen now, and you can do your own research, or I might put it in the description, or what have you. Okay. Now, do you know what? His work touches me in such a way that I actually feel emotional. I really, really do. I absolutely, dearly, dearly love his work. Yeah, it's stunning. Absolutely. For me, I mean, you might have seen that and thought, well, that's rubbish. And that's great, because that's what you should think. You know, well, not, you know what I mean. You should have your own opinion, your own thoughts, your own sort of whatever. You may think that's rubbish, and that's fine, because there's a lot of people that don't think that. I think he's absolutely from a different planet. Sadly, he died. He was 64. He died this year, as I say. Born in 1955. That would have been. His work. He does seascapes. Oh, do you know what? I could literally well up in tears. That's how it touches me. It touches me so, so deeply inside. And it's got some rain. There's parks with rain, and there's Amsterdam in the rain, and things like that. And again, I feel, yeah, emotional. That's how I feel. I absolutely love his work. That's enough about me. Okay, so yeah, so what is art? Art is anything that you think it is, but it's not a pile of bricks. It's not a banana taped to a wall. It's not just it's not this cup. This is not art. Because I'm an artist, this is not art. This is a cup with Slurpee in. But some artists will take the piss and say that's called art. It's not. Not art at all. Art is, as I say, it's unique. It's a one-off. It's something that touches you deep. How can an unmade bed touch you deeply, or a pile of bricks, or coal? There was a bucket of coal. How can that touch you deeply? It's just a bucket of coal. It's not art. Anybody can throw a pile of bricks. They weren't placed neatly. They weren't sculptured in a stunning, beautiful way. They weren't coloured in such an aura of colours that made you go wow like that. They were just red bricks. Anybody could throw them on the floor. That is not art. In my opinion, that is not art. How can it be? So what else did you ask? You asked my question covers every single topic, from painting, sculptures, modern art. I like a lot of stuff. Sculptures, my God, bronze sculptures. I love bronze sculptures. I love wood as well. I love stickets. Is it stickets? Sticks or Stinels sticks? I did mention him the other day. You know, go and find the video that I made and then go and have a look at his work. Incredible. He's a pure artist. He works with his hands. It's a one-off, and it's so unique. So unique, and I'm in awe. I look at it and I think, wow, my God, this is incredible work. That's how I feel with his walking sticks. That's art. But yeah, the rest of it isn't, you know. Yeah, okay, they might sell for thousands of pounds. That's another thing, isn't it, really, is what's the value of art? If a banana can go for £10,000, then why doesn't that piece of art that I've just shown you, why doesn't that go for 5 million? Because that's a true piece of art. That took me, actually it's taken 3 days. I'm still not happy with it. There's 2 little things that I just need to get right on there. So it's going to be another couple of hours on top of that, but I will get them right, and then it'll go up, as I say, in whenever it is. That's art. A pile of bricks isn't. And if a pile of bricks, I mean, that pile of bricks, £100,000 or whatever it was, and somebody bought that, some big conglomerate bloody corporation like the BBC or somewhere like that, and the artist scooped the bricks up, then the artist had to go there and throw them on the floor, because that is now art. You know, the artist now threw them on the floor. That is not art. You know, art is a one-off. Art is something. Also, I think art is something that maybe you can't do for yourself. I can't make a cloud. I can't make a sunset. I can maybe paint a cloud, or maybe paint a sunset, or do my best. But yeah, often I think people buy, same as music, because music is art, isn't it? So you buy music because you can't do that. You know, if I buy an album by Motorhead, right? I love Lemmy's voice. Phil Campbell, what a guitarist, absolutely amazing. And Mickey D on the drums. He's probably, in my opinion, probably not as good as Filthy Animal Taylor, but if I buy that, I listen to all of that, I listen to the lyrics, I listen to the whole thing that they've made, that they've created, this piece of art. I can't do it. I can't sing, can't play guitar, I can't play the drums. I wouldn't know how to produce a record and how to mix it and all the rest of it. So that's art, isn't it? That's true art. That's something they've worked on for a period, for a length of time. That painting I've just shown you, I've worked on for 3 evenings now, and I've still got a little way to go. I could throw some bricks on the floor, or stand a bucket of shit on the floor, and say that's art. That's not art, is it? If I snap a pencil in half and say that's art, Well, number one, there's no thought behind it. You haven't taken any time or trouble over it. You got a pile of bricks or a snap pencil or a bucket of shit, whatever it was, you know. It's absolute rubbish, in my opinion. It is not art. Idiots are buying it, and they're buying it because of the name. And that's why when that woman said, oh yeah, but it's Henry Moore, and I should have had a conversation and said, well, do you like it? Because there was nothing to like. There was no feeling, nothing. It had some fancy name, you know, the old Odyssey of the Mega whatever. Anyway, so thank you very much, Sandy Morph. Yeah, I think in general, I think art is a wonderful thing. I still love artists, and some are living, a lot of them have passed away. There's a couple, I can't remember their names now, a couple of Aboriginal artists that occasionally I watch on YouTube, and as I say, they're dead now, sadly. No, a lot of people wouldn't get that just with the dots or with the stripes or whatever. Do you know, dots, I love dots, obviously I love dots. There's something magical, absolutely magical that happens. And you can see it in the transformation of the person. Excuse me, they get a couple of buckets of paint, they get their sticks, and they sit down, they start dotting, and you watch them, you know, within 20 minutes, they slow themselves down, they dot in a slower way, their body shape is a different shape, and there's just a beautiful peace. It's a meditation when you do your art. When I do my art, it's a meditation, particularly my dot work. I can dot for hours. So thank you very much. I think really to encapsulate it all, I think the saying is beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and I think that's exactly the same. Art is in the eye of the beholder. Art is whatever you see, and if you see a banana or an unmade bed as art, then so be it. That is art, I suppose. For me it's not, and as I've already said, for me it's not, because an unmade bed, I've seen an unmade bed in my life. I've probably seen thousands. So that can't be art. It really can't be. If an unmade bed is art, then so is whatever else you've seen thousands of. A glass of water, right? I've seen thousands of them. Is that art? No, it's not. Of course it's not. But a painting of it, and particularly a painting choosing certain hues of colour and stuff like that, and getting the opacity of a particular colour, so that it's see-through. It's very near, you know, how can you paint clear? Things like that, you know, and then the shading and just everything about it. I love so many artists. I just love art in general. I wish I was better. I wish I could do work like the guy I've just shown you, Leonid Afremov. I have to write his name down, I always forget it. Leonid Afremov. Go and have a look at his work. See what you reckon. And that work touches me. It absolutely, inside, that touches me. And again, it's not every single painting. It's probably 90% of his paintings though, because I do love him. Every now and then it just doesn't work for me, and that's fine. So you move on, and that's how it should be, and that's how my art should be. It's not going to capture everybody's imagination. Not everybody's going to want it, but then every now and then somebody will just say, wow, I really want that piece, for their own reasons. And you know art. They know art. People know art. And really, we know that screwed up paper, a bucket of coal, an unmade bed, that is not art. It can't be art. It's ridiculous. If that's art, then we're seeing art a million times a day. And if that's true, then it's worth nothing. So why are people paying tens of thousands of pounds? They're only doing it because it's a silly, snobby thing. It's like buying a watch. You can buy a watch for a tenner, it works fine. Or you can buy a diamond encrusted Rolex. Still might work fine, hopefully it will work fine. But why are you buying it? You're buying it because it's got the word Rolex written on it. That's why you're buying it. It's absolutely ridiculous. Welcome to the human race. Take care. Do you want to see that again? If you've got any more of my thoughts, let me know and I'll continue. You'll see this on my other channel a day or two before the 19th. So, you know, this is art, isn't it? The birds are quite nice. I think the rocks are lovely. The sea feels like it's moving. You've got some vibrancy in the sky. A little bit of plant life going on there as well, just to finish it off. The colour of the sand looks like the colour of sands. In my opinion, you might look at it and say that's rubbish, but I think it's pretty good. Or will be. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you, Sandy Moth. Take care, everybody. Have a beautiful day and be well. Ta-ra.